Hi everyone, welcome to Sweet Pea Sids Inspirations. My name is Sydney and today we are going to learn how to do the Sand Cables knit stitch. Today's stitch is going to be a 10 row repeat, and when you go to cast on your stitches you will cast on a multiple of 12. I have 24 here today. Now some other things that you are going to need is your yarn, of course. I am just using some Red Heart Ombre in the color Latte. And then also you are going to need your knitting needles. Now I am using 5mm knitting needles. You can use whatever you kind of like. I'm using DPNs today. And also you will definitely need a cable needle. Now if you do not have a cable needle, you can also use an extra set of DPNs, maybe even a crochet hook, something that you know you can slip onto or slip stitches onto that's not going to fall off. So we can go ahead and get started. Again, cast on a multiple of 12 and we will get started on the first row repeat. For rows 1 and 3, which is going to be on your right side, we are going to knit in each stitch. So again, for rows 1 and 3, go ahead and knit in each stitch. We will not use our cable needle until row 5. So I'm going to go ahead and knit row 1, and then I will come back to row 2. For rows 2 and 4, which is going to be on your wrong side, we are going to purl in each stitch. So I'm going to continue purling until I get to the end of row 2, and then I will meet you for row 3 where we will knit in each stitch again. So continue purling until you end row 2. For row 3 again, we are going to knit in each stitch. So again, for rows 1 and 3, which is our front side, we are knitting in each stitch. And rows 2 and 4, we are going to purl. So I will meet you for row 4 where we will purl in each stitch. For row 4, we are going to purl in each stitch. We should be now on the wrong side of our work. And again, for rows 2 and 4, purl in each stitch. So for row 5, you are going to now need your cable needle, and we are going to do a stitch called 6-stitch RC, meaning we are going to slip the very first 3 stitches onto this cable needle, and we are going to try the best that we can with the first one, keeping these 3 stitches that we slip onto the cable needle to the back. Like I said, the very first go round of this is going to be a little tricky because there's not stitches on our right hand knitting needle. And then the next 3 stitches we will knit those, and then we will slide the 3 stitches that are on the cable needles back onto your left hand knitting needle and knit those. So let's go ahead and do that. Slip the very first 3 stitches, and again we are going to do the best that we can for this very first one to keep it to the back of our work. I kind of twist it to the side where it is vertical the best that I can so that there's not much of a gap there. But go ahead and knit the next 3 stitches. And now we are going to take these 3 stitches and slip them back on to our left hand knitting needle the best way you can. And then now go ahead and knit those 3 stitches. So now we are going to knit the next 6 stitches. So 1, and that very first stitch, kind of keep it close to this work so you can kind of close in that hole a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we are going to repeat that again. Go ahead and slip the next 3 stitches onto our cable needle. So 1, 2, and 3. Now it's going to be a little bit easier this time, keeping the 3 stitches to the back. Go ahead and knit the next 3. Again, try to keep your work as close as possible so that we can close in that gap. So 1, 2, and 3. Now take the stitches that are on the cable needle and slip them back onto your left hand knitting needle. And then we are going to knit the next 3. And then after you have that cable made, we are going to knit the next 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is the repeating unit. The 6 stitch RC, and then knit 6, and then the 6 stitch RC, and then knit 6. So now for rows 6 and 8, we are going to be on the back side of our work, and we are going to purl in each stitch. So I'm going to do that real quick. For row number 6, again, that is a purl in each stitch. And then I will meet you for row 7. For rows 7 and 9, we are back on our right side of our work, and we are going to knit in each stitch. So continue doing that until you have completed row 7, and then I will meet you for row 8, where we will purl again in each stitch. Row 8, we are on the back side, and we are going to purl in each stitch. So continue doing that until you have reached the end of row 8, and then I will meet you for row 9, where we will then again knit in each stitch. And for row 10, we will reintroduce the cable needles again. So I will meet you for row 9. Again, for row 9, go ahead and knit in each stitch. And row 10 is where we will reintroduce the cable needles, and I will meet you for row 10 after I have got row 9 completed. So row 10 is going to be very similar to row 5, but opposite. So as you see, we are on the wrong side of our work, and we are going to slip the very first 3 stitches, and instead of those stitches being on the back side, we are actually going to place them on the front side. And then we are going to knit the next 3 stitches. Again, try to close that hole up as much as you can. So, or not knit, but purl those stitches, sorry. So again, go ahead and slip the very first 3 stitches onto your cable needle and then purl the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. And then you can go ahead and take those next 3 stitches and slip them back on to your left hand knitting needle. Then we can purl the next 3 that are on the cable needles. Now you can go ahead and slip these back on to our left hand knitting needle if you would like, or you can also just purl straight off the knitting needle. It's really whatever you prefer. Sometimes to me it is a little bit more finicky doing this way, but it is completely up to you. So go ahead and purl the next 3 stitches. And then we are going to purl the next 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we are going to repeat that once more. So again, go ahead and slip the next 3 stitches onto your cable needle. Keep that in the front, and then go ahead and purl the next 3. And then purl the 3 stitches that are on the cable needles. And then we will purl the next 6. There is the 10 row repeat for the Santa cables. If you did enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe. But also go check out my other knitting and crocheting tutorials. I do have content as far as spinning and weaving go as well. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.